All right, since we live, let's check the feed.
Come on, that's all I'm waiting on.
Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
All right.
Let's see.
All right, we live.
Yep.
All right. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, Jim and Charlotte. Back at you with another live lesson. All right. This will be an indoor camp. Okay. And before we get started, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham.
Gosh.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us the truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. We're back at you with another live lesson, indoor camp lesson. All right. The weather is crazy, obviously. All right. 2026. It's going down with escalating chaos, man. So we got a couple of things we're going to go through, and it's all the spirit, man. All right, a lot has happened over the past day or two. All right, we got a couple of articles, news articles here, tabs that we're going to touch on because basically, you know, we're witnessing the fall of Esau Edom. All right, and there's no going back to his so-called former glory. You know what I'm saying? So to get into this thing, and bros, you can add in. You know what I'm saying? Just it's all the spirit, you know?
Right. I had a good opener. So you said saying that we're witnessing the fall of our enemy. All right. So we're at a time, even though things are, about to break out in all hell, we're in a time of rejoicing. If you are in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
So this is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and verse 7. It says, "There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy."
That's right.
That's what we're witnessing. All right. Hey, for those of you that have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, prophecy is letting us know that, hey, we're at the end of Esau Edom's kingdom. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it, the follower. So all this shit that we see, being exposed, that's coming out, things that's in the workings of really playing itself out, is all showing forth of Esau's downfall, man.
That's right. That's right. Everything's been manifest through the spirit. This is all the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. As we said before the cameras on, hey, let his will be done. And that's what you're seeing, man. Revelation, what is that? Revelation 19 and 10. The spirit of Yahweh Shah is the spirit of prophecy.
Yep. That's it, man. America's going out horribly, man. As we see here, we're not going to get into this article. I just wanted to just land back off the title. But it says the world sees Trump's America as a sad joke. And it is, man. All right. All the shit, especially right now, which has been major on social media, Instagram, TikTok, and whatnot. All right. It's all coming out on both sides, Republican, Democrat. All of these politicians were tied into this whole Espen thing, the satanic sacrifices, the Pizzagate. All right. All these things that we've been talking about for years before all of this blew up anyway. All right. We've been speaking about the so-called, the trafficking of children. All right. Rituals. Okay. How all of these politicians are in bed with the small hats. Okay. And as it's been coming out, matter of fact, let me pull it up because I got a video I want to go into. Right. And we're going to come back to it. But hey, your man Trump is compromised, man. All right. And it's been coming out that when he withdrew that attack the first time on Iran, they basically the Tiny Tots put out more files concerning the Espen shit, man. And the stuff that's in those files is absolutely disgusting, man. All right. It's unbelievable the shit that's coming out in these last days. But the Lord said that that shameful spewing would be on. Matter of fact, get that Habakkuk 2 real quick. All right, a whole lot of fucking nasty work is going out, man. But this is the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. He said that all things that would be done in the dark would be eventually revealed, roughly paraphrasing, man. So this man is literally being exposed, okay, before Yahweh Shem Shai physically destroys him. All right.
Con. You Habakkuk 2 on which verse? You want to start at 2?
16.
Con, beautiful. Con, this Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. Thou art filled for shame, for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered.
That's right.
It says, the cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Yeah. So going back to what we saw, America is being viewed around the world as a complete fucking joke, man. All right. these nations are ready to take out the whore. All right. This is why war is being prepared. This is why war is being prepared, overseas and internally, man. Okay. Everything is about to literally implode as we see it, man. All right. So shameful spewing is going out about this place, man. The Lord is lifting up the skirt. Can we get Baruch 4, 24 to 27?
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 24. It says, like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting.
Yeah, Yahweh Shah is on his way, man. All right, our salvation is nearer than we believe. All these signs that the Lord has given us, hey, this shit is going down, man. All right, 2026 has been a heavy year. Go ahead.
My delicate ones, it's like 25. My children suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. For thine enemy has persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck.
Yeah, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction. We're seeing it, man. We're seeing the destruction of the wicked, man. All of his plans are being it's falling apart. Things are not going their way. They have to hurry up and do certain things, because their time is short, man.
Right.
All right. We are at the edge, the brink of civil war, man. Okay. Mm-hmm. Just total hell, just completely engulfing America, man. There's right. Today was supposed to be like a national protest against the ICE and all of that. So, you having clashes with the police. All right. People are fed up. They're angry. There's going to be people. It's going to be bodies dropping in the street soon, man. All right. So we're seeing the fall. The economy is done. All right. I went into a lesson yesterday going into the U.S. dollar is falling. Okay. So, hey, they're getting ready to be done with the old and bring in the new, which is this, NWO. All right.
If I get a quick one.
Yep.
This second Ezra chapter 4, verse 28. It says, but as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. Because, like you were saying, the Lord has to have these different things play out before the actual destruction is brought on. But everything is already foreordained to happen. So the things that we've been prophesying about the fall of Esau Edom's kingdom, incrementally going through the things like the economy collapsing. All right, all Esau's wickedness being exposed at a high level, because this Epstein list thing is pretty much it's a big deal, because as Esau was able to kind of like play with people as far as making them they want the list, and then they give them some bullshit. So now with this latest reveal, all right, it exposed a lot of things that we've been saying that people haven't been wanting to hear. All right, as far as like you said, the child sex trafficking, the child sacrifice, all your celebrities and politicians and different famous people whose names we've been saying for years is on this list is being brought out. So this just shows you that this kingdom has to be destroyed, which is why what we're seeing coming out. So finishing out 29, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. Now I want to bring it out to land back off what we just read here back in Baruch 4 and 25. It says, my children suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon thee, come upon you from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, for thy enemy has persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and thou shalt tread upon his neck. So we have to be patient as we watch this devil play out his role. Okay, how about Shem Yahushua, as it says in Isaiah the 10th chapter about the Assyrian?
Yep, 10 and 5.
Yep. Hey, the Lord is about to let this devil loose. All right. So knowing that, you're going to see a lot of people getting jacked up. All right. You're going to see a lot of propaganda. They're going to frame the Hebrew Israelites into all this, which is why we're seeing, that nigga Queen's Flip, pretty much tricked Tazariak into playing into this shit, or if he is a part of it or whatever. All these different things are going to happen first. And then once Esau rolls on us, then it's going to be, opening up on him. So all these things must happen. That's why the Lord told us to suffer patiently, endure.
Oh, yeah.
Because all hell's about to break loose.
Oh, man. It's getting worse and worse, man. Worse and worse. All right. It's all types of footage on social media right now of people just ready to burn this bitch down, man. All right, because all the information that's coming out. I mean, literally, anybody that's in the position of a celebrity, politician, whatever, they're all tied into this shit, man. Okay, showing you that America is just completely satanic. All right, and this is why the Lord is getting ready to judge this place, man. You know, Tazma, you want to add anything real quick before I play the video?
Kai Salaki, y'all had a call, but yeah, as you saying, the Lord is judging this place, man. And like the brothers are going into, it starts within. So all this exposure we see going on, it's only going to continue to get worse, man. We ain't even seen, but like we barely even seen the tip of the iceberg, man.
Yep,
exactly.
I have 2 more verses. You want to finish that?
Yeah, go ahead. You got it.
Verse 26. It says, "My delicate ones have gone rough ways and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you."
Yep. So now we're being remembered. You know, the Most High put us through hell and back, but now he's coming to redeem us, starting with the elect. All right. So let's get into that real fast. All right. Wild news all over the place, man. Let's see what this says.
Real quick before you play that, can you go back up? Because that little video that was the spirit, the little
What's
alcohol bottle. Can you go back up real quick? Because this is just showing you what we talked about earlier. Esau is reveling in this anniversary that's about to come up, but this is just another sign of his downfall. Because as we always brought out through history, that kingdoms normally don't last past 250 years. So the fact that we're about to hit this milestone is another clue to let us know that this shit is done, man.
Hey, that's heavy, brother. Hey, good eye. Hell yeah. Hey, this got to be the year, bro. You know? So let's get into it.
You about work. I do want to ask you about US aid and the comments that Bill Gates made the other day, and I know that you called him.
Yeah, he's a huge liar.
I know you've said that already. I wondered, and I'm just.
Who does Bill Gates think he is to make comments about the welfare of children, given that he frequented Jeffrey Epstein?
Okay, well, he said he regrets those, and he spent a lot of his own money on philanthropy around the world over the years. My question to you is, have you looked at the data to check if he might be right that the cuts to USAID might cost millions of lives?
Yes. I'd like him to show us any evidence whatsoever that is true. It's false. What we found with USAID cuts, and by the way, they haven't all been cut. The parts of USAID that were found to be even slightly useful were transferred to the State Department. So
bear with me.
We understand having a beautiful, high.
This might be going into something else. I don't think they're talking about the title of the article. You know, I'll just read it. All right. But anyway, bear with me. So as the title of this article got these damn headlines here, but it says expose Musk now insists Epstein files don't matter. All right, because these devils, hey, they caught up, man. You know. So it says here, we'll just read a little bit. It says Elon Musk is now claiming the Epstein files are a distraction. All right, that doesn't matter. After he was busted begging to come to one of Jeffrey Epstein's parties. The 50.
Hey, real quick, talk about you backstage.
Oh, okay, got you. All right. So reading on, it says the 50.
Heck no, man.
It says the 54-year-old billionaire had long been a vocal advocate for releasing the Epstein files and arresting the late sexual predators clients. But after emails in which Musk planned to visit Epstein's Islands for the wildest party were exposed in Friday's Epstein files release, Musk has changed his tune. All right. Let's see what else it says. It says what matters is not release of some subset of the Epstein files, but rather the prosecution of those who committed heinous crimes with Epstein. He wrote in an X post Saturday morning, quote, when there is at least one arrest, justice will have to be done, will have been done. If not, this is all performative, nothing but a distraction, he added. It says Friday, Epstein's files release contained email correspondence between Musk and Epstein, written in November 2012, in which Epstein asked Musk, quote, how many people will you have to be, will you be for the Haley to Island? All right. And that's pretty much the point. Oh, there's more in there. All right. And we, you know what? We didn't even got to read the rest. All right. The point is that all of these devils are caught up, man. All right. And this is part of America's downfall. Okay. So as we were talking before we started, right? Hey, Trump, he don't really have a choice but to bring forth this nuclear war, man.
Mm-hmm.
As we saw here earlier, all right, because when they said because he stopped the last strike from Iran, pretty much the tiny tops is they blackballed him, man.
Yep.
You know, that's why more of these files are coming out and more of the and it goes into detail of what they were actually doing to these kids and shit like that. And both sides are involved, whether you Republican or Democrat, man. All of these niggas are nasty, man.
Mm-hmm. All of them nasty.
You
All
know?
that nasty work has been brought to the light, man. As the scriptures say. Real
Yeah.
quick, can I grab that real quick?
You got it, brother.
This Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 15. And it says, woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord. Woe means destruction.
That's right.
The Lord is setting up destruction for Esau, Edom, man. These Edomites are finished. It says, woe unto thee that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? And that's what they've been doing the whole time, man. All these enchantments, all these rituals and shit they've been doing with these kids, all these sacrifices and shit. It's been exposed now, man. You can't hide from Yahweh Shema Shah, man. As the scripture said, the Lord eyes are 10 times brighter than the sun, man. The angels is reporting all the nasty work that this nigga's been doing since his inception, man, since his rulership. And it's been brought to the heavens, man. As the scriptures, what is that? Revelation 18:5, man. That's iniquities have reached to the heavens. And you see that, man. And it's so much exposure. We ain't really seen. I think they're gonna start bringing out the videos and the photos next. Like,
the dude said it. He's the guy that was reading the thing for it was saying it pretty much. They weren't going to go into detail of the video because he said they have the videos, but they're not going to show it to the public because they ain't gonna be able to stomach that shit.
Yeah,
nasty work.
Wow, man. Get Isaiah 47 before we go into this next one, man. Because hey, like I told Elder Malcolm this morning, we were talking about this the Epstein files and what's going on with Trump and all of that and the small hats. Hey, America is fucking over.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So like it was saying in that article we read with Musk, yeah, it's a distraction, but at the same time, Trump is going to be forced to bring nuclear war at this point, man.
Yeah.
They're going to have to rely on this war because there's just so much overwhelming shit that's coming out about the presidency, about the fucking politicians, these celebrities, man, the stuff they do to maintain power, the stuff they've been doing to these kids. It's just too much. All right. So
too much.
War is the only answer at this point. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's that recording where you can hear Trump saying, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. If we'll start war if we got to, because of exposure what he been doing, man. He's nasty, man. He's a true demon, man.
Yeah.
For real.
He's a witch. You know, I was listening to the John Todd tapes, and he was speaking about how these politicians they participate in the witchcraft, man. So what we're seeing is the inner workings that led him to be the president again, man. They got to do these child sacrifices. They got to drink blood and eat, shit they got to eat, not to go too graphic with it, but they got to do this shit, all right, to get that power. So what Trump is now being exposed for, what we've been saying, is just confirmation that the prophets was telling the truth, to you naysayers, man.
Yeah, all these devils, all of them are Satanists, man. It's all coming out. You got it, brother.
Con. Oh yeah. You want to start at 1?
Yeah, start at 1.
Con, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah, sit on the ground. There is no throne, man. All right, no more authority, no more power. All right. It says, for thou should no more be called tender and delicate, because America is getting ready to see war, man. And it's starting from the inside, man. Okay, you got it.
Yeah, and it said oh, daughter of the Chaldeans, which represents Babylon's witches and warlocks, man. And that's like the brother priest said, man. These high level witches, these are high level witches, man. And this what's going on in the exposure is all the child sacrificing, the rituals and stuff that these demons be doing behind the scenes and conjuring up demons as well. This is what's going on. This is modern day Babylon, man.
Yeah, like you read earlier, you read Isaiah 29, right? About who they say who seeth us and who know of us, man. Because this man's power at one point, his stronghold was what? Secrecy, man.
Yep.
All right. But as we're reading, the things that have been hidden are no longer hidden now, man. So now people like Elder Apostle Gabar had made a statement, and I want to say in one of the last live streams he did, he said, when you talk about Esau, you got to call out these bankers, man. You got to call out the elites, man.
Yeah.
The ones that's really pulling the strings and really running the show. All right. Yeah, exactly. They're being exposed, man. Their inner workings, their secrets, the rituals, all of that, man. This shit is no longer a so-called conspiracy, man.
Nope. It's fact.
There you go.
It's a fact. It's too much to hide, man. Over 3 million fucking documents. God almighty.
There you
go.
The
hell y'all been doing? That's nasty work, man.
That's it.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 2, it says, take the millstone and gird the mill, uncover the locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Shame.
So basically, right, you got to expose the society. You got to expose the inner workings of this place, man. And that's what the prophets have been doing. Right? Starting with the heads, the international banking elites, man. All right, the so-called royal families. There ain't nothing royal about these goddamn devils, man. All right, they're all satanic. Okay, high-level witches and warlocks, man. Demons. Okay, the Lord is revealing them. You got it.
It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yet thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
You got it.
It says, as for your Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name. The Lord, it says the Holy One of Israel. And the Lord, how about Shemal Shah is not going to meet Esau as a man. He's not going to meet Esau as in his flesh. He's coming back in that angelic body, man. He's going to meet Esau, Edom, and they know that. You read about that in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. This is why they're preparing to wage war with Yahweh Shah. This is why they doing all this stuff, as a brother priest going into all the time. They're doing all this so they can bring back Yahweh Shah, man. They actually think in their feeble minds that they're going to wage war with Yahweh Shah and win. That's the mindset of a goddamn demon, man. Esau, Edom actually think he's going to wage war with Yahweh Shah and conquer the Lord, man. That's blasphemy. For real.
That's the pride of this man, but that's what the Most High has allowed Esau to get built up to do, because that's point to where he literally feels like he's a god. Like when you listen to Yuval Noah Harari's speech, he just did on the 19th, dealing with that WEF meeting. They have now got to the point where they believe they have surpassed the Most High. So this AI that they're bringing in is ultimately about to become the new God. But like you said, talking about everything that we're seeing this devil do is to provoke, Yahweh Shah to come down so that they think they can take them out. So real quick, just to add that, and I'll give it right back. This is James 2:19. It says, thou believest that there is one power, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. And it's like they know that in the back of their mind they're going to be destroyed, but they can't help but to do it because the Spirit of the Lord that's making them do this, like it says in Proverbs the 29th chapter, man. The king's heart and the Lord. So he's making them do this. He's making them proud to do this, just like through the Spirit. Everything that they're doing is the left hand, being shown to show you that these devils, they are not the chosen people, man.
That's right. That's right. Kind of as the brother just posted, man. It says, D is the end has come 9907. It says Mark 4:22. For there is nothing hid which shall not be made manifest, neither was anything kept secret, but that it should come abroad. And that's what you're seeing, man.
Well, this is why everything is coming out. All right. we may or may not, get the full scope of what these devils are doing, which we really don't even need to know all that. We just know the nigga's nasty.
Yeah.
In your words. But either way, the spirit is showing you the wickedness of this man. So it should be no Israelite out there with the mindset of this man needs salvation. From what?
Right.
What the fuck is this nigga? Look what's coming out, what these devils are doing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fix your mouth to even say these things, man. It shows you that have been paid off, man.
Yeah, he's a very sinister person. He is the wicked, according to the Bible, man.
Yep. And they do these things. They do these things to maintain power.
Yep.
On the left side, they have to do these rituals. They have to do these sacrifices, man. All right, they have to do these heinous acts. All right, to maintain the wealth, the power, the authority from Satan, man.
Hey,
all right?
That movie Weapon that came out early, I think last year. That movie showed you that, man, because the lady was like a witch and she was harvesting her energy off the kids, man. And she was getting weaker and weaker, and she needed more kids to keep her energy. And that's exactly what they be doing.
Another good movie to say that too is that movie Dr. Sleep, the Stephen King movie. That's like
Yep.
To The Shining. They show you that too. These devils need to do shit like this to draw power from the left hand. So this is a high level spiritual warfare that we're involved in. Real quick, I get that in Ephesians 6:12.
Beautiful. And I got one behind you.
I'm gonna get it in the Geneva Bible. All right, this is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, and against the worldly governors, the princes of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness which are in the high places." So the high level witchcraft is being done. These devils are tapping into some highly demonic shit, man. They're literally getting counsel from the spiritual demon Satan. Like I say, if you gotta listen to them John Todd tapes, man. I always heard the apostles go into that, so I started listening to that shit yesterday, and that shit is wild, man.
Yeah,
it's high level witchcraft on many different levels being done on the earth and to the people.
Yeah, another one is what's the other Edomite that died? William Cooper.
William Cooper.
Yeah, he's another. Yeah, he's another good one to listen to too. He brings it all out about the elites and the occult practices and shit like that. But I want to read this real fast. This is Wisdom of Solomon 12:4. It says, I started 3. Wisdom of Solomon 12:3. It says, "For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of the Holy Land." All right, because before we took the Holy Land, you had those Canaanites dwelling in that land. All right.
That's right.
Verse 4, it says, "Whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices." Verse 5, "And also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of men's flesh in the feast of blood." So this is what them Canaanites were doing in the Holy Land at one point, man. And it's the same shit that these Edomites are doing today. All right, a lot of these practices and rituals they've taken from the from them Hamites, man. The drinking the blood, the aid to the chrome. You know what we're talking about?
Oh yeah, all that nasty.
All right, the traffic, all that shit, man. All right, it says, "Devourers of men's flesh in feast of blood." Verse 6, "With their priest out of the midst of their idolatrous crew, and the parents that killed with their own hands souls destitute of help." See that? So this shit has been going on, man. All right, and them same practices from the ancient world, from the ancient times, are being practiced here today. Right? That's why it's coming out, man. Hey, if you want to get fame, if you want to get power, all that shit, Hollywood, if you want to have a position in governmental affairs, you got to get down.
Yeah, some type of notoriety and shit. You want to be you want to be somebody, right? You want somebody to idolize you. You know what you got to do, man. Even all that shit been exposed, man. The Boule members, Diddy and Will Smith and all that nasty shit these niggas been doing just to, keep that image and keep that certain lifestyle behind the scenes, man. But like we always say, who you think trained Diddy and R. Kelly and them? Fucking Esau, man. Oh, man. We ain't about to just jump over that.
Yeah, because people would hear they'll hear what's being brought on these lists and focus on Jake. Like the newest thing they were saying, Jay-Z and Pusha T got exposed. You know,
Yeah,
Lewis leak, and that's what they're gonna focus on is them niggas.
Yeah,
Say all the shit Trump. The women in Trump cabinet was the women that he was fucking when they was young.
Yeah.
Bondi, I forgot the other one
The
name.
speaker, one of the speakers and shit.
Yep.
Speakers.
Oh, girl, she been tagging her. Fucking Kurt, CK wife. Tagging her.
And it's another one. I forget her name, but she be handling, I guess, is like meetings and shit. She another one. I forget her name though. If I find
all
out,
a fucking show, man.
Yes.
All these people are juiced in.
Yes, it's not real. It's a facade, man. Because it's a show. This is entertainment. That's all it is. These are fucking actors, man. We've been saying it for years, man. The apostles been saying it for years. These people have a cult of personalities. It's a fucking show. That's why they do the lights, camera, action shit, man.
Yeah, they were handpicked by these devils.
Remember the old scene with Bill Clinton? And he just sitting there, and he just numb as fuck, and they just putting his shit on and shit. Get the camera. He like motherfuckers. It's not real.
Yeah. Yeah, all these niggas are compromised. Everybody has dirt on each other, man. They all got recordings of them doing some foul satanic shit. All right, so that's why they got to stick to the protocol. If you get out of line, they can expose you. They'll off you. They'll do something to ruin your career, whatever. They're all tied in, like you said. You got it.
What was you just reading? What was that last precept?
Isaiah.
Slakia.
No, the one I was reading.
That was Wisdom of Solomon.
Wisdom of Solomon 6.
Chapter 12, I want to say, right? Let me go back.
Because I wanted to get that in the 14th chapter, because like you said, what's being done is the old practices from the old world. All right. So this is what the sons of God got entangled up in before the flood. So just getting that real quick. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14 and 22 it's like in the GNT. It says, one thing led to another. It was not enough to be wrong about the knowledge of God. They lived in a state of evil warfare, but they were so ignorant that they called it peace. And that's what we're in right now. All right. The spiritual wickedness in high places, it has Jake, thinking that wickedness is acceptable, because all the shit that's coming out, the people ain't really up and roar like they should be. They're just, what they call SJWs, social justice workers. So they'll give an opinion online, but these people ain't really speaking out against this like they should be, because this goes deeper than just what you're seeing reading on these lists, man. This is some highly satanic shit.
Exactly.
It says they murdered children in their initiation rituals, celebrated secret mysteries, and held wild ceremonial orgies with unnatural practices. And these things are being brought out. Like you got, these people like that girl Allie Carter. Her has been what's the one you sent the other day? Sarah something. The guy that was
Sasha Riley.
Yeah. These dudes, these different testimonies that we're hearing, it's not just somebody speaking up, and you can't make shit up like this. How in detail they're going, like this is some highly satanic shit that they're bringing out.
Right, exactly.
It says they no longer kept their lives or their marriages pure. A man might kill another by the act of treachery or cause him grief by committing adultery with his wife. Everything was a complete riot of bloody murder, robbery, deceit, corruption, faithlessness, disorder, falsehood, harassment of innocent people, ingratitude, moral decay, sexual perversion, broken marriages, adultery, and immorality. And these are the things that you have to do behind the scenes to get in the power. So just like what the elder said, the scriptures already cover us as far as what we know that these devils are doing behind the scenes. So we don't need no fucking Epstein list to know what these devils are doing. It just aids in the fact of why we call these devils the wicked, man.
That's it. Yep. It just further proves our point, man. That's all it is. Like you said, we don't have to watch the fucking graphic videos or see any pictures. We already know how these devils get down based on what the Lord said, man.
Yeah. Because if this shit wasn't a big deal, then why is there things like a dark web? All right, why is there they call it the black market? Things like that. it's shit that if the people really understood what was going on, but they would bug out. So hearing what you're seeing on this list, that's really light compared to what they actually doing for real, for real. Like when you see the acts, reading is one thing, but actually seeing it, you know, certain people that have got on the dark web and watched this shit, they're no longer able to function correctly because their spirit has been crushed, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget
These are
about
children of the wicked.
No, Salakia. No, don't forget about all the shit they put in the food.
Oh man,
we talked about that. The shit that's in the fast food,
human remains,
human remains, body parts. All right, what they put in the water supply, what they spraying in the sky and shit.
What they put in people.
Yep.
With the juice.
Yep.
They've been doing this a long time, man.
Yeah. All these people with HIV. Where do you think that came from?
Juice pack.
That juice pack, man. And they showed you in this videos all over the internet showing you when they created this shit, that was one of the main ingredients.
The protein.
That was a binder. That was the binder to keep everything together.
It was the protein.
So show you that, bro.
The protein.
So this shit, this is some demonic shit that's going on, which is coming out more and more of what it was for. Like the Elder Muatazah did that beautiful lesson, exposing that these niggas just made everybody radio frequency towers, man. So all you that got that fucking juice, you're now a transmitter.
Yeah,
that they can control at any moment they want to turn that shit on.
I got one real quick. This Job chapter 30, verse 8. It says they were children of fools, children of base men. They were valor than the earth, man. And that's these Edomites, man. I'm reading in the NLT real quick. It says they were nameless fools, outcast from society, and this is why you see why they was pushed off. And when you go into the after the fall of the Roman Empire, they was pushed off into the caves and then into the mountains and shit, man. Yeah. And then turn to the wild man, because these are fucking goddamn they're low individuals, man. They're children of fools, base men,
valid in the earth.
Yeah, valid in the earth, man. These are sick individuals, man. Eating the skulls, and like it's nasty work Esau been doing since its inception, man. The Lord really turned Esau Edom. This is the wicked according to the Bible, man. Just look at him. Look at him. Look at Trump. Look at this guy, man. Can you trust him around your kids? Hell no.
Like it was a video. I forgot where they were. I think it had to be probably in Davos, but Gates of Hell was walking out, and a reporter ran up and asked him, "Was like, do you have anything to say about the recent exposure that's been coming out as far as the side effects of the jab?" And he ain't doing nothing but just get his evil looking smile as he's walking. They let you know these devils, they need to be brought to justice, man, through the spirit of Shemyaw Shah, man. Oh yeah, the Lord got to get these men.
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming. I got one real quick. Job 22. Job 22, verse 5. It says, "Is not thy wickedness great, and thy iniquities infinite?" All right. So hey, it's no ceiling with this nigga, man. Nope. Right? Every day, a new scandal, a new fucking whatever. It comes out, and it's just like, man, it's just unbelievable, man. The amount of dirt that these devils have done that's being brought to light, man. Unbelievable.
It's too much, man.
Too much.
That's crazy.
You got any more in that Isaiah 47? If not, I'll go to that next video. You know what I'm saying?
Con, what did you want me to read down to on Isaiah 47? Let me see. Real quick.
No, go ahead. You got it.
I read the verse 3. No, verse 4. Let me jump down.
Read down to 10. Read down to 10.
Yeah, Isaiah 47, verse 5. It says, sit thou silent, and it says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms.
Yeah, because the Lord, now we're seeing the Lord is bringing nothing but misery, sorrow, and destruction on this place, man. Go ahead.
It says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into the hand. It says, and given it to them in thy hand, thou didst show them no mercy. Upon thy ancient has thou very heavenly laden thy yoke.
Yeah, going back to slavery, man. We call it pure holy hell under this man. Go ahead.
That's right. It says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it.
See, neither did it remember the latter end of it, man. All right, the woes, the calamity, and the sudden destruction. All right, that's coming. Go ahead.
It says, therefore, hear now this, thou art given to pleasures that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. It says, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
And basically, that's what these devils are saying now. You know, you watch some of those the recent Davos videos, how they're saying they got it now, and you know, AI is going to be the ruling entity over religion and all of that. You know, they finally replaced God and all of this shit they talking about. That's them exalting themselves, saying that they're God. They're saying in their hearts that he said, I am and none else beside me. All right. He's saying he's the most high. Go ahead.
That's right. And it says, verse 9, Isaiah chapter 47, and verse 9, it says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, and one day the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in thy perfection, for the multitudes of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thy enchantments.
See that right there. For the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. You know, all the shit that's going on, the rituals, the sacrifices. All right, tap it in on that left hand. All right, all the stuff that they're doing in the dark. Okay, the Lord's going to judge them with what? Nuclear destruction, man. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 10, Isaiah chapter 47, verse 10.
I had a quick precept to add to that point, because the Lord is about to humble Esau greatly to show you that you ain't no damn God, man. That's all right. Bro. This is Ezekiel 28 and verse. I started verse 8. It says, "They shall bring thee down to the pit." Well, I started 7. It says, "Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations. They shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. They shall bring thee down to the pit. Thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas." Because Esau, he feels like he's above all the other nations in the earth. So everything that they're doing, as far as you see them, you know, boasting themselves over the other nations, you know, they withdrawing out of certain peace deals they had. You know, Trump took America out of the who that. You know, they're saying that they don't really need the UN and all the different shit. So that pride is going to eventually, you know, become a snare to him, because the people that he's shitting on are going to eventually side with Russia, China, Iran, and these different countries, and they're all going to come over here with the nukes and destroy them. So the point being, verse 9, "Wilt thou yet say before him that slaved thee, I am God? But thou shalt be a man and no God in the hand of him that slaved thee." So the Lord is going to use these other nations' weapons to destroy you. You know, so all these nukes, plus when Yahushua returns with the host of the heavens, all right, he's going to have the worst destruction of any kingdom, all right? And that's going to show you the full power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, to show you that this devil is nothing more than a mere man, and a basis of man at that.
That's right, bro.
That's right. The Lord's laying that snare.
Sure.
Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 10, it says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me."
They trusted in their wickedness, man. All of this dirt, all of this satanic shit that they've been doing behind the scenes. They thought they weren't gonna get caught. They thought that they had it. All right, that they were gonna get away. Got it?
Yeah. It says, "Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me."
Yeah, see, all that demonic shit that they've been tapping into, and the things that they've been doing is corrupted his mind. All right, to the point where he thinks he's God, that he'll never fall. You know,
that's why the scripture says, "Is there no more wisdom in Teman?" Because he's tacky now. He can't do the little shit he used to do, because everybody's up. They up on it, man. They see what's going on, man. And it's all through the will of Yahweh Shem Shai that's pushing forth the exposure through the angels, putting it on their mind to bring out this exposure, man.
That's it. Read 11. That'd be it.
It says, Isaiah chapter 47, verse 11, "Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it rises." And it says, "And mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know."
Yeah. Desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know, man. So the Most High is going to take them out quick, fast, in a hurry, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, whether you believe it or not, hey, we are at the end of Babylon the Great America, man. This shit is over.
This shit is
over,
done.
bro.
It's done. It's long overdue.
All the signs is showing that. It just you have to have the Spirit of the Lord to be able to see it.
That's why the scripture also say, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. What we're witnesses is the end of a man's kingdom, Esau, Edom, man, and it's beautiful, man. Well, as the brother priest brought out, it's a beautiful thing to see the fall of our enemies, man, and we're seeing the fall of Esau, Edom, and he's going out horrible. He's going out horrible. Just nasty.
Man, let's play this real quick. Let's priest, you have something.
I was trying to find a scripture to add to what you were saying. Like you said, his destruction is going to be quick. What's scripture talking about in 1 hour? I know it's a few of them. I was trying to find. I know it's one in Isaiah.
Revelation 18.
Yeah, I get that one. That was Isaiah. Revelation chapter 18 and where we at?
7, 8, somewhere in there.
Double recording.
Revelation 18 and 17?
10.
Okay. Yeah. So Revelation 18 and 10, it says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, I'm gonna go up a little bit, Slacky.
Yeah. Yep.
I started at verse 7. Revelation 18 and 7.
Start at 5. Start at 5.
Start at 1.
Right.
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 5. It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, like Tazama quoted earlier, and Yahweh Shah have remembered her iniquities. Because the main reason why we can see that this is playing out, because Esau Edom's wickedness has to be exposed to the public, so that when the world sees Esau's judgment, they'll know why the Lord is judging him the way he is. So the Lord put the Spirit on this man to reveal himself and to pretty much telling himself. That's why the scriptures say also Inquisition has went into the councils of the ungodly. So that search went out. Now we've got the answers. Now the judgment can proceed. It says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup have she filled to her double. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she have said in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. So the Lord is about to reward Esau's pride, all right, with the worst judgment that a nation has seen happen to them, man. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah who judges her. And one of the reasons why this place is going to get burned with fire, because Babylon the Great, all right, is a nation funded on witchcraft. And what do you do to a witch? You burn them. So the Lord is going to use this nuclear missile fire to burn Babylon, man. All right. It says, for the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, because Babylon, all right, was the bitch that everybody was pimping. All right. And so once they see that America is no longer able to get squeezed for anything, all right, they're gonna lament, because now that's the end of their cash cow. It says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, the mighty city, for 1 hour is thy judgment come. And this is why, like the Elder Ashar just said, your destruction is going to be, swift. All right. From 1776 all the way up to 2026, that 250 years it really took for you to get to the point where you're at is all going to be done away with in 1 hour, man. That's the swiftness of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah's judgment, man.
That's it. Yep. That's all she wrote. Yes, sir. Let's go into this. All right. Because we're witnessing the downfall, man. Like we said, due to all this overwhelming exposure, they got to bring forth this war. All right.
Oh yeah, got to get the Esau. He got to get the heat off him.
Oh yeah. Yep. So this is from NBC News. U.S. warns U.S. warns Iran over planned military drills close to American forces as Trump weighs action. It says tensions have continued to rise between the two nations after the Iranian regime's brutal crackdown on nationwide protests left thousands dead. All right, check that out real quick.
As the U.S. carrier group arrived in the Middle East this week, President Trump boasted about its capabilities.
We have a lot of very big, very powerful ships sailing to Iran right now, and it would be great if we didn't have to use them.
But some Iranians tracking the buildup of U.S. military forces tell us they want him to use them, and fast.
If I am Mr. Donald Trump, I don't give even one more day to Islamic Republic to recover.
We spoke with 5 protesters who are not sharing their real names to protect their families in Iran.
Hey, man, that's some damn small hats, man.
Yeah, that's tiny tots. Man, everybody know that.
That's some damn tiny tots, man. They ain't fooling nobody.
Yeah, nobody fucking stupid.
The style is tacky and messy.
Tacky as hell.
Yeah. Come on, man.
We spoke with some Iranians. They been
right. That's an Iranian. He ain't got no accent. Sound like one.
Exactly. Sound like a fucking Edomite to me. How you talking American all damn good as hell?
Right, that's what I'm
saying,
man.
English over there like that. That shit. Esau, man, you was just tacky. I don't like them Iranians take English classes and shit. Fuck out of here. Tacky as hell.
Right. It's all tacky, man. All right, here we go. Salakia. Computer freezing a little bit. Hold on. Too much heat coming out. Give me 1 second. Bear with me.
Over.
We spoke with 5 protesters who are not sharing their real names to protect their families in Iran. 4 are now outside the country. 1 is still inside. All say they attended the biggest protests on Thursday, January 8th and Friday, January 9th, which took place across nearly 200 cities in all 31 provinces, including the capital of Tehran, where Farhad was back home visiting his parents.
As soon as we exit from the building, we could see the crowd of people. I have not seen it in Tehran before. I was seeing the hope in my father's face, who is almost 70-year-old man. He was really excited, full of hope.
And in the city of Isfahan that night, the same chant.
Everybody was chanting, "Long live the king. This is the last strike. The Reza Pahlavi is going to come back."
This is Parisa, a protester we interviewed in person.
And then around 20-30 motorbikes made a line in front of the group without any warning, nothing. They just started shooting people straight into their faces and bodies. What I could see was legs falling down and blood everywhere on the floor, on the street. And I could see screaming, shouting.
Back in Tehran, Farhad and his parents were tear gassed.
I was seeing my mother's face full of tears. It was really scary. But again, the day after, which was on Friday, we decided to go out again.
The next morning, the Supreme Leader gave a speech calling the protesters terrorists. In Farhad's neighborhood, he says security forces were emboldened.
They started opening fire on the people. And I saw 5 or 4 people falling down, and they are using snipers. They also use heavy machine guns, the one that has the power to destroy a building, and they are using it to shoot at the people. Can you imagine what's the result?
3 weeks later, the death toll still unclear. A U.S.-based human rights group puts the confirmed number at more than 6,300. The regime concedes the death toll was at least 3,000. But with body bags stacked outside of morgues and families still trying to identify loved ones, the people we spoke with are certain it's far higher. The same organization estimates more than 42,000 people have been arrested, and Amnesty International warns that prisoners could be at risk of arbitrary execution. From her home in Tehran this week, another protester, Soraya, sent us voice notes.
If you can, help us. If you can, help us.
Everyone, she says, is waiting.
It's like the calm before the storm. People are waiting for foreign people help
to take to the street again.
Now they want backup from America.
Do you want President Trump to launch airstrikes? Do you want boots on the ground?
Anything that it takes to stop this barbaric regime is what the Iranian people want.
Molly Hunter, NBC News, London.
That is heavy propaganda.
That's what I'm about to say.
With Syria,
yep.
all these fake bodies and all that. That is nothing but heavy propaganda, man. And that was because they use that shit. You don't know why they protest. You don't know. That's just propaganda. Esau Edom is up to his witchcraft as always, man.
Mm-hmm.
And them people, so if that's so stupid, why would I want somebody to bomb the shit out? That means you're gonna kill civilians, fool. Does that even make any sense?
There you go.
That's how you know it's Esau propaganda, man.
Mm-hmm. So, hey, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. All right, and everybody's seeing it. Everybody's seeing it, and it's being exposed and it's being called out. Right.
And this why it makes more sense. Why they made the movie Leave the World Behind. They used Russia and Iran. Well, Death to America. They used that. The boys, that's Death to America. I played it on the game. And what are they pushing? Now they got this guy I was watching the other day. They're talking about they're telling major cities prepare. I think it was yesterday. They could be attacked in major cities from Iran. So that's nothing but the government using this as a ploy to do something major and blame it on Iran and say this is why we went to Iran. This sound like the same plain playbook that they did with the 911, ain't it?
That's it.
This is why we went down there, because they bombed and they blew up the towers and they had weapons of mass destruction.
It's the same thing with Pearl Harbor. It's the same place. That was that same playbook, bro.
So,
it's tacky. It's tacky, bro. That's why we said this is there no more wisdom in teaming? You doing the same shit, bro. It's the same shit. Just play it out, bro.
Hell yeah, let's get into some more here. Bro's got some scriptures. Hold on. Pull this up. All right. There's all types of shit going on globally, man. All right. This is from Forest Breaking News. It says Justin Trump asked, do you feel like there's a civil war brewing amidst Minneapolis unrest? So let's check this out real quick. This is what we talked about. It's all escalating, right?
Mr. President, on Minneapolis, Governor Tim Walz recently likened the conflict on the ground to Fort Sumter, sort of imply that this is the beginning of a civil war. Do you agree with that characterization? Do you feel like there's a civil war?
The governor said that? Well, does he know what Fort Sumter was, or do you think somebody wrote it out for him? No, this is, I was elected on law and order. I was elected on a strong border. We had a border that allowed 25 million people to come in. Many were murderers. They murdered people. We had 11,888 murderers. We had prisons, including Venezuela, but Venezuela opened its prison. So did the Congo. The Congo in Africa opened its prisons and dumped people into our country. Many countries did that. I would have done that if I were leading a country. I would have dumped the prisoners into our country. We had open borders. We had all these things. I was elected on law and order. I was elected on the economy. I mean, I was elected on a lot of reasons, because when I took over, we inherited a mess. Prices were too high. Inflation was the highest it was in 48 years. I say ever, but the media always corrects me by saying it's only 48 years. I think 48 years almost sounds worse. But when I was elected,
bear with me.
To do a job, and one of the big things I was elected to do is law and order. We now have the lowest crime rate in the history of our country. We have the lowest murder rate in the history of our country. We have Washington, D.C., which was a dangerous place to walk, is now a totally safe city. You can walk with your husband or your wife. You can walk with your children right down the middle of the city. Nothing's going to happen. We did a great job. We had the National Guard. We have soldiers. We have people that nobody's going to mess with. And we've taken out, remember, it's not just that. In Washington, we've removed over 2,000 criminals. And, if you look at the numbers, a very small percentage of your population, 2%, 3% of your population causes 90% of the crime. So when you move, it's amazing how that works. But the criminals go over and over and over again. So 2 to 3% of your population can cause over 90% of your crime. So it's not that complex. We moved 2,000 people out of Washington. We brought them back to their countries where they came from. They came through open borders by.
You said something out?
I said, they don't even add up. The numbers up, they don't even add up, Esau.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Sleepy Joe Biden. And I will tell you, Washington is safe. If you look at New Orleans, as you know, we went there about 4 weeks ago. I was with the mayor of New Orleans last night. He was at the premiere, and she was at the premiere. She was great. I believe she's a Democrat. She came over. She thanked me so much. She said crime is down more than 50% in just a few weeks. And you couldn't even walk down the street in New Orleans. It's so bad. And now they let us in there, and she is thanking me so much, so profusely. She was great last night. I'd do that if I were a Democrat. I'd say call Trump and let them do what they do. But we remove people, criminals from the cities, and they become safe cities. If you look at Minnesota, Minneapolis, we have crime down there because we took out thousands of people, despite all the mess and everything else. But do these people really want to have rapists? Do they really want to have drug dealers and people from prisons and murderers? Do they really want to have them in the community? It's really insurrectionists and agitators, and they're paid. And you can tell a lot of reasons. Number one, they're professionals, with their mouth. But they're also, you look at the signs are all professionally made. They have signs that are gorgeous. In fact, I want to get the sign because I need a lot of signs for different things. And I want to find out whoever does their signs, they do a beautiful job. Everybody has this beautiful sign with brand new wood. It's like leather panels. They have a leather handle on the bottom. These are not people these are people that are handed signs, and we know pretty much, we're getting very close to it, but we know pretty much who's funding this stuff. These are paid insurrectionists, paid troublemakers. But I was elected by a landslide. I won every.
Yeah, these people are paid by their own government. All right?
Yeah.
Go in and cause us. There you go.
Every swing state. I won the popular vote by a lot. I won everything. And I was elected by a landslide on law and order and on strong borders. We had a border that was so bad, so open, where 25 million people came in over a period of 4 years, and now nobody comes in. Nobody even tries to come in. And I can only say, I think we'll say it very plainly, elections have consequences. The people want law and order. And we have a silent majority. We have a silent majority of people. They don't go and riot and everything else, but they like what we're doing. They like having a safe city. I get calls every single day. Every person I see working in the White House, people I don't know, many people work here, and they say, I'd like to thank you, sir. Why? You've made Washington so great. We walk to work. They walk to work. You people know it very well. You walk to work now. You used to take an Uber or a taxi or something, and you even felt like in danger there. Every person in this building, virtually every time I see somebody, they thank me, because a year and a half ago they lived in hell, and now they can walk to work and they're totally safe. Nothing's going to happen. And if anything did happen, the person that did it would be living in hell for a long
time. That nigga said all that. He didn't answer the question.
He didn't even answer the question. You see what I'm saying? So it's all bullshit, man. All right.
Yeah, smoke and mirrors. He really didn't answer the question. The question is basically, do you feel like there's a civil war brewing? He went straight to this and that and that. Like,
word salad.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Just a yes or no.
Meanwhile, yeah. But meanwhile, there's clashes, there's protests. All right, as we talked about earlier, today was supposed to be, or today and yesterday were like a national protest against ICE. All right, as you see in the screen here, right? We'll play a little bit of that too. You brothers got any scriptures you want to add?
Real quick. This is give me a second. Second Ezra, chapter 15, and I'll start at verse 15.
There you go.
It says, or 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. Right. And there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, for the course of their actions shall stand in their power." And this is what the Lord is brewing up in America, because as you're seeing the leaders they have been compromised. All right, Trump is showing you that pretty much, there is no true power in America no more because he can override the different states, governors, and mayors, and all that. So the people are going to take matters into their own hands eventually. Like what we saw in that movie, The Dark Knight Rises, the one with Bane. We're going to start, becoming vigilantes. They're going to be trying to take justice for themselves because they see that there's no true justice coming from the people that's supposed to be running this place, man.
That's
so
right.
these ICE riots, all right, they're going to get worse because we brought out ICE was trained by the IDF. So the same, horrific treatment that they did to the Palestinians, they're doing to Americans. So this is why you see Esau begging and pleading for Jake to get involved, because they see that their country is no longer theirs. It's Israel. This is why they call this place the United States of Israel now, man.
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
Hours earlier, there were violent clashes in that same area, leading to an LAPD tactical alert. Dozens of officers deploying to the streets after a day of peaceful ICE-out protests suddenly turned violent. Air 7 overhead as a group of demonstrators started targeting those federal agents, those federal officers guarding the entrance to the downtown detention center. Those officers firing back with pepper balls and irritant sprays. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Coleman was in the middle of it all. He is live with us now and joins us with his story. Tim.
Hello, Mark. So yeah, there are still clashes with police right now. I'm going to go ahead and toss it to the package because there is profanity.
At nightfall, demonstrators clashed with LAPD once officers declared their assembly was no longer peaceful. Police officers in tactical gear formed a line pushing protesters away from the federal building that holds ICE detainees. Air 7 captured the moment protesters closed in on security guards, shielding themselves outside the building as the crowd threw trash and debris. During LAPD's order for the crowd to disperse, we met Marisol from East LA. She's here demonstrating for her family members who are undocumented and U.S. citizens and fear being detained by ICE.
We're expecting a change. We want to change.
What kind of change do you want to see?
It's insane the way people have been treated. We're all human.
Protesters marched in the street nationwide Friday, demanding an
Second a little bit. Give me like 1 second.
Their community. This demonstrator's sign showed the names of people gunned down by ICE. Kayla from Mid-City says this issue should concern more than just Black and brown communities.
Do you feel like more white people should be out here protesting?
Absolutely. We have a history of activism in the brown and Black people of this country, and it's beautiful and it's inspiring, and more white people need to stand up and help our neighbors because we can't survive without them.
Mayor Karen Bass urging people to
pause it real quick, because that even within itself, that's race baiting, because they're trying to put the whole presence on color. Well, we get to the point to where, like we said, we're seeing videos of Edomites asking, well, Jake, why aren't you out there protesting with us? We're with you in your BLM marches or whatever other shit they was doing. So that's how they're brewing the race wars too, is by continually bringing out this color what is it called? Color psychology, I believe.
Yep. I wanted to check this one out real quick too, and then we'll grab more scriptures and we'll wrap this up. Just making these points, man. All right, it's all going down. Escalation, right?
Demonstrators across the United States are marching over aggressive federal action taken against immigrants. They've rallied in Minneapolis, where federal agents killed 2 protesters in recent weeks, and many other cities. Overtures from the White House that it's rethinking federal enforcement efforts did little to alleviate anger over the violence.
They marched in the South. In San Antonio, Texas, hundreds rallied to demand an end to the aggressive federal campaign against immigrants. Their message: stand up, fight back. They marched in the West. In Los Angeles, which has been heavily targeted by ICE, protesters gathered at City Hall. And they marched in the East. Downtown New York was the scene of another demonstration. At a high school in the southeastern state of Georgia, students walked out, chanting against ICE as they did so. Their message was simple.
We really hope that this can impact the people that are getting murdered and abused and kidnapped.
I think that it's really important when you're not affected by something to still stand up for what you know is right. And we all came together to decide that we weren't going to sit here and let everything that's happening just happen and pass us by.
Back up north in Minnesota, huge crowds swelled the streets of Minneapolis again, despite the biting cold. And protesters were given a boost by a new song dedicated to them by a musician who's long styled himself as the champion of the underdog in America.
Yeah. So we ain't got to watch all of that, but these are the beginning of sorrows, man. These are the uproars of the people. All right, the sedition of men. Okay, and I want to just read this real quick. All right, this is 2 Ezra 16 and 17. Woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? Verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? You see what I'm saying? So this is the beginning of it, man. All right. And pretty soon it's going to be mass casualties. It's going to be mass bodies in the street, man. It's going to be, ICE agents getting laid out. All right. Just like, all right. It's going to be a terrible fucking time, man.
Yeah, because it's a catch-22 about to take place. Because like we were saying before the live, it's a government shutdown that's brewing starting probably tonight. And the funding for the government shutdown is basically backing up ICE. So now you're going to start to see a lot of people that was involved with ICE. A lot of them is going to probably quit. Because a lot of them doing it just for the money. Because we know they're doing it for the money because the economy's fucked. So they're trying to get their $10,000 bonus because they got to be signed on for the next 5 years. So they're trying to get that 50 stacks. And then the funding is for the money. It's for the money and more equipment that more than likely the Democrats ain't going to pass, which is going to lead to more the government been shut down and government workers going without pay. So it's going to be like a catch-22, man. That's the times we're coming into, man.
That's right.
And then further add on to that as well. But this is just another reason why you dumbass Israelites, or Jake period, especially on the Israelites, should be, out here in these protests, because this has nothing to do with us, man. This is the will of the Lord. So if you're calling yourself an Israelite protesting or even siding with this whole situation, you're fighting against the Lord, man. Because this is all Bible prophecy that was told that's going to happen. Scriptures tell us that the nation was going to be divided against itself, man. Egyptian against Egyptian.
That's right.
So this is all the Lord's plan at the end of the day. So we ain't got no side to choose in this shit, man.
Real quick, this 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4, it says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Yahweh Shem al-Shah to pulling down the strongholds. That's what we're leaning on. We're not going out here and taking arms. We're not about to go out here and bear arms and things like that. We're letting the Lord will be done, man. This is all the will of Yahweh Shem al-Shah, man. Our job is just to teach. And that's why the scripture says what, man? Rouse in the park, because this is not your rest, man. You 2 ass niggas. This ain't our fight. Hey, all we supposed to do is sit back and wait upon the Lord, man. This is the will of Yahweh Shem al-Shah. He spake on this when you read Matthew, the 24th chapter, the 6th verse on down, the various things that be taking place before his return. And civil war is the main thing. That's one of the main things that's going to get this thing popping, man. The Lord said, shall it not be kindled? That's what's going to start it off. Civil unrest, rise, protests. That's going to lead to famine. The food, why? Because famine, the food trucks are not going to be able to run. Stores is going to be lacking on resources, which is going to lead to pestilence, which is going to lead to just straight anarchy, man. That's the times we're coming into, man. You can't keep putting your head in the sand, Jake, and trying to hide from what's being taking place right in front of you. The will of Yahweh Shem al-Shah is being made manifest right before the whole world, man.
Man. Heavy times, man. Like I said, what a time to be alive right now, man. Right? You have some more slack here.
Now that's beautiful. I like that title. It says America on a brick. How it says how the government death squads fuel civil war, man. Yeah. That's what's gonna get it popping, man. It's gonna be more casualties of war taking place, man. And guess what? It's gonna be you Jakes this time. It's gonna be you Jakes coming soon. It's gonna be brown bodies. They're gonna be laying out on camera and shit. The other little psyops with Petty and Good, that was psyops, man. When you get into that was number psyops. But these next ones come is gonna be goddamn you damn Jace. And it's no coincidence, right? They got the Super Bowl. Who's performing in the Super Bowl? Your boy goddamn Bad Bunny. And they already said, Trump already said him and his administration are gonna be out there rounding people up that's gonna be trying to attend that Super Bowl, man. And guess what? Some of these people are gonna be American people, American citizens. Just going to watch them perform and shit. And they're gonna be trying to round their ass up, man. That's the times we coming into, man. The city, hey, what's that? Isaiah said that the city of confusion is broken down, man. That's what's we in the time, man. The Lord has this place being broken down and right before us, man.
Whew, man. And before we wrap this up, I just want to show what I had showed in the lesson yesterday that I did. All right, because this is how these agents are coming, man. All right. It says the height of close combat weaponry is on this woman's doorstep, right? And this is how they pulled up with these high level military guns, right? Here's the video at the bottom here, right? Let me pull it real quick. It's a quick video. We'll wrap this up.
And they heavily armed.
They heavily armed, bro. Here it is, right here. Let's see if it pull up.
There's so much data. We'll be building models online.
I'll let this commercial pass. Yeah, it was crazy, man. And she was talking about I got children in here and all of that. You think they was listening to that?
Hell no.
Here we go. Is it gonna play? Yeah, my computer tripping. Hold on.
I'll bring a scripture out real quick.
Yeah, you got it.
Job chapter 19, verse 12. And this is speaking on what you're going to see here, the elder's going to play. Job chapter 19, verse 12. It says, his troops come together and rise up against their way against me and camp around about my tabernacle. And that's literally what you see taking place right now, man. And that's coming to all the Jake's neighborhoods, man. This is the start of Jacob's trouble.
That's it. Here we go.
What warrant? Wait. Can you put the guns down? There's kids in this house. There is kids in this house. Show the warrant first. Show the warrant. Show the warrant. There's nobody in here but my babies. Sugar, stay in your room and shut the door. Sis, I'm not even touching nobody. Get your hands off of me.
And see, they put up on the whole family. You know,
yeah, and that just show you, man. Esau's a devil, man. I thought you was going after criminals and shit.
Nope.
Thought you was going after cartel members.
That
You
was
going
the
after
rules.
regular damn. She a fucking CNA or a nurse, man. That's a scrub outfit she got on. She
But look,
works at
but-
the hospital.
Like I said, bro, that was a ruse because Trump can, as he said, the term criminal was just a blatant statement. They can define that however way they want, and they're going to use that whenever they start really rolling on people. So if you are against what he's doing, you're a criminal. If you're anti-Israel, you're a criminal. Whatever the shit. If you're anti, the digital system, you're a criminal. So they're gonna use this as a means to show you that your constitution no longer exists and that you are not free.
Yep.
Which we never was free anyway. But this is just showing that the people are about to get a rude awakening, man.
That's it, man.
I got one real quick. This Isaiah chapter 19, verse 4. And the Egyptians will I give over into a hand of a cruel Lord.
Yep.
And this is what you see, man. The Lord gave it over to a cruel Lord. Nasty DJ Trump, man. He's a cruel Lord, man. He got a special demon on him that's gonna do the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai. As you get in Isaiah 10 and 5, the old Assyrian, the rod of my anger. This is the anger of Yahweh Shemel Shai that's on Esau Edom, man.
That's right.
And it says the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them. Thus said the Lord of hosts. And this is what you're seeing, man. A fierce king, man. Esau Edom, man. DJ Trump and his administration this is all the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. And as it goes, what is in the book of Romans? He buried not the sword in vain.
There you go, man. So yeah, that's pretty much all we had here, man. I want to end it with this one more, man, because at the end of the day, it only matters if those who are covered in the blood of Yahweh Shimon Shah, man. All right. This is Wisdom of Solomon 3:1. It says, "But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them," man. All right. So that's what we believe, man. And we pray that we're gonna have that covering in this time, man. Jacob's trouble. All right, the hour of temptation, when they present that MOTB, all right, these civil wars that are going to engulf all of America, the famines, you got new plagues. There's something that's they're bringing another a plague that's supposed to be worse, more worse than the C-19.
Yeah, the Nipah, and that been around. That been around for a minute. It just you already know
CDC, bro.
He done turned that shit up. The
Yeah,
Nipah virus been
CDC.
around.
They got all them damn viruses in different rooms and the CDC. So when they want one, they just pop that shit out like a goddamn new mixtape and they drop it.
That's it, man. So it's gonna be another shutdown. It's gonna be another lockdown. All right, and people not ready for that. Hey, imagine when they push this second lockdown. They say, look, you can't go outside. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Like how it was the first time, man. How you think these people gonna act, man?
You're gonna fucking lose it.
Oh man, so there's a lot in store. This is what we're saying, man. Whole lot is in store, man. 2026 is going down with escalating chaos, man. See that? That's it, man. Unless you guys got something else. That's it. We can wrap that up.
Kind, man. Hey, operations our Lord willing, the lesson was edifying, man. Just to feed the flock. How about Shemal Shah? Let you know, man. Hey, the time is running short, man. This ministry, this word. Hey, it's time sensitive because we ain't gonna be out here teaching forever, man. We can clearly see, hey, how about Shemal Shah's wrapping this thing up, man? And the way that Esau Edom's coming down upon a wrath, especially upon the tribes, hey, we here. It's only going to continue to get worse from here on out, man. Because like we've been saying for a long time, every week is something major taking place, man. Literally every week. Shit, we're going into February already.
That's it.
Damn.
That's it.
January went by quick.
Quick as hell, man. Quick as hell. You know, and like I was telling Elder Malcolm early on, I said I can see something happening between now and then, or right around the time of the Passover.
Yeah.
Oh, after the Passover, something the spirit gonna shift. They always do. Something major.
Yeah,
always the Passover.
That's in another month.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
There you go, man. So this thing with Iran can kick off between now and then. All right, whatever. You're gonna have more exposure with the Epstein and all this demonic shit that's going on. It's just too much. You know, it's
too much.
So he would be exposed before his physical destruction, man. You know, so that's it, man. Anything else, Akim?
Nah. Operations our Lord willing was edifying, man.
That's it. All right. Well, look. Lord willing, this live indoor camp lesson was edifying. We're gonna close it out by giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth. And shalom to the hopeful elect.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Woo, heavy.
Man.